Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to make this plant hanger. This is like a level 2, I guess. This is not the easiest one, but it's like the second hardest one out of the 3 macrame projects we're doing. So you have 6 cords here, and we're going to find the middle. They're really long. You're going to find the middle and loop them on your finger. To get them on the ring, you're going to go through the ring and then spread it around the back side and pull it tight. And that's how that's going to go on there. Now I already have one set up over here, so we're going to get started. Alright, so if you guys can see this, it's kind of like a pattern. It takes 4 strings. The 2 middle strings actually don't do anything. It's the outside strings that are doing all the work. So because you have 6 cords folded in half, there's 12. So that means you'll have 3 groups of these because they each take 4 cords. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to get started and do this first one. This first knot. So you're going to grab 4 that are near each other. I usually grab from the top and then slide my hand down to make sure they're close to each other. You don't want 2 from way over here. You don't want 2 from on this side and then 2 from on that side. You want to make sure that they're 4 next to each other. Alright, so I'm going to swing these extra out of the way. So I just have these 4 to work with so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so the middle ones aren't doing anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the outside one, loop it around the front, just drape it over the front. It's like a backwards 4. This one needs to be in front of this one, and it goes around back and through the hole. So like that. So it's around the 2 that are going down the middle. So I'm going to do it one more time. And so this knot actually, it takes 2 knots to complete it. All right, this is not staying. Okay, so I'm going to drape this over the front of the 2 that are doing nothing. This one has to go over the front of this one. If it's behind, then it's not doing anything. It's just grabbing. It's got to grab this one, grab it, and go around the back of the 2 that are doing nothing. And that's the first section of this knot. That's the first step. And I started with the right side, so now I'm going to do the same exact thing, but from the left side. So this one's going to go across now. This one's going to go in front of it. So I got this one going in front, and then around the back, and in front of the hole. So you got to hold these 2 down while you like tighten this up, or else this will bunch, and if these bunch, then it's going to be all crazy looking. All right, so that's the finished product of that first knot. So that's 1 knot, but really you had to do 2 steps to make that 1 knot. Here I've done it like maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've done this same knot 6 times here. But for time purposes, I'm just going to do 3 so I can show you guys how to get to the next level down here. So I'm going to go across on the right since I ended on the left. This goes in front and then around the back through the hole. Tighten it up. Make sure these ones are nice and straight. Now I'm going to go to the left side. This one goes in front. This goes in front of it, so it hooks it. Around back and through the hole. And then tighten it up. So there's 2. I'm going to do 1 more. So right side, around the back. Good thing about you guys being at home is you can pause and slow this down and watch it as many times as you need to. This goes over the front, drapes over the front, This goes in front of this one, and then it goes around the back and into the hole. All right, so we're gonna stop there, even though I've done 6 on the other one. And I'm gonna bring out my next 4 that are close together. So we'll go with these guys. All right, so the 2 middle aren't gonna do anything. And I'm draping this one in front, this one goes in front of this one, and then around the back. And I'm gonna try to make it at the same level here. Making sure these middle ones are pulled tight. So I started on the right side and I'm gonna do the left. So I'm gonna make my hole on the left. This one goes in front of this one and around the back through the hole. All right, there's one. Now I'm going to do the right side. Make the loop on the right side. This goes in front of this one, around the back, through the hole. I'm pulling these as I tighten so they stay nice and tight there, or else it'll bunch up in between there and it'll look crazy. All right. So you guys can go ahead and pause that and rewatch it as many times as you need to. I'm probably going to fast forward this next section so I can show you guys what to do when you get down to the next section down here. All right. All right, I got those done. And now to get to the next level down here, you're gonna take 2 that are next to each other, make them flat, and you're gonna take the middle 4 of these and do that same knot again. And then this one's gonna hook to this. See that? And then these 2 outside ones are gonna hook together back there. All right, so if you need to try to pull the other ones away, you can totally do that. But the outside, it's important that these outside ones now become your middle ones that don't do anything. So make sure you're grabbing the right 4. The outside ones are now becoming the middle, and the middle ones are now becoming the outside ones. So we're gonna make our loop, go around the back, and then start it wherever we want. Making sure everything's pulled straight. And I got my loop on the left side. This goes in front of here, around the back. Tighten this guy up. So this first one's kind of tricky because you gotta make sure all these stay kind of straight. All right, so I'm going to do my right side again. I got this all twisted. Okay. And then my left, I'm going to drape around the front. This goes in front of this one, and then behind and through the hole. Do the right side. And finish with the left side. All right, so I have those ones done. So now these two are going to hook to these two. And these outside ones are going to become the inside, and the inside ones are going to become the outside. So I'm going to make my loop on the right, because I always start on the right. And then make sure it's the same height. And then do my one on the left. Let's see if I can not mess this one up this time. It's always hard to start the first one when you switch sides or when you go to the next row down. And you can do as many of these as you want until you like what it looks like. I like this, how it has more. But like I said, for time purposes, I'm doing less knots. Alright, so then I'm left with these four. And I have to make sure that I got the outside ones now becoming the inside, and the inside ones now becoming the outside. Looping, this goes in front and then wraps around the back, and making it the same height. Looping on the left, this drops in front but then goes around the back. Once you've got this figured out, it's going to be like super fast. Looping around the left. Like I can do it without even thinking about it now. Oops. All right, so you can do as many of these as you want, as many rows down as you want. You would just keep switching back and forth, and your outside ones would become your inside, and your inside would become your outside for the next layer down, if you wanted to. I only did 2 in this one. Oops. I've only got 2 done in this one, and then I've got the knot, which is what I'm going to show you guys how to do next. This is the knot that you tie it off with, and that's a separate piece of cord. I'll show you that. All right, so you want to grab wherever you think you want it. You can put it right underneath, you can put it down farther. Usually I do like the same distance. So like here's the end of this one, it's down here. Down here even farther. All right, so you're gonna have, so I got my loose cord here, it's a separate cord. I'm gonna have the tail sticking up. And then I'm gonna loop the bottom and bring the other end of the cord up. So I've got my tail here, and I've got it looped. And I'm gonna sort of grab all the strings here and make sure everything's straight down. And then I'm gonna start wrapping this around, leaving this tail out. And you wanna make it nice and tight as you go. And keep wrapping down towards the end of the loop here. Make it super tight. So you're either going to go till you run out of string or till you get to the bottom of the loop here. So whichever comes first, depending on how much string you have. So I'm looping it around, and then I'm tightening it when it comes back around. All right, so I'm getting close to my loop here. And I'm running out of cord pretty much at the same time. So now I'm gonna put the string into my loop. And I hold it. And then pulling up on this string is going to tighten this loop. And you want to pull it until it like really tightens down on this one. And it's going to probably wrinkle. But then you straighten it back out. So it like sucked it under there, so that's good. And then you'll take your scissors and cut that end off. And then you'll cut this top end off. And then you got your finishing knot down there. And then you can put your plant pot in there like that. And spread them out. Cute. All right, so if you picked a dip dye color, you're just gonna follow the instructions on that dip dye. And you're gonna mix the powder with 1.5 cups of water. And then I usually use like a mason jar, but you can use like a Tupperware, something with higher sides. And then you're gonna basically, you'll wanna wear your glove and then dip in there as far as you want, as high as you want. I would trim the ends first if you wanted to. And then with your glove on, as you pull it out, you're gonna squeeze the color out as you pull it out, and then you're gonna lay it dry, like outside in the sun somewhere. All right, and that's that one. Thanks, guys.